And we're live. Good morning. All right, my naysayers, it is another week, another day. Won't he do it? Okay, so today we are reviewing this weekend's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, episode 2. I need to change it in the description because I think I said episode 3. Got a little ahead of myself, but don't worry about that. Okay, so we open up with Kimmy and Maurice discussing Kimmy and Letitia's never-ending unnecessary S beef. So, as we know from last episode, Letitia had a surprise graduation party, which I'm convinced she completely planned herself. And not Kimmy, Letitia's cousin and brother confronted Kimmy about some BS from the first season reunion when, in actuality, Letitia was the one that was wrong in the situation because Letitia lied. Basically, it was asked whether Letitia and Kimmy had talked about Mel, and Kimmy was like, yeah. And Letitia was like, no. And so basically, everyone's mad at Kimmy for being a real nigga. So whatever. And so Maurice is basically like, well, if Letitia think you gonna change, she's sadly mistaken. And I'm like, but why the fuck does she think somebody should change for her anyway? Like, whatever. I think it's a lot deeper than her being spoiled because spoiled people can still make sense sometimes. That shit just don't make no sense to me. Like, why are you so butthurt about the fact that Kimmy did not have your back on the fucking lie? Melody is her friend just like she's your friend. Like, why does it? Okay, let me move on. Okay, so Letitia, okay. Yeah. Okay. So Letitia and Marcel, they have a discussion about the party and yeah, that she obviously knew about. And she brings up the fact that, oh, I realized that my mom wasn't there, and so we didn't have any drama. No Wanda, no drama. But bitch, when people was telling you, let me not call her bitch because she's my sorority sister. Girl, when people been telling you that the whole time, you was ready to fight Kimmy and everybody else. But now you actually attended a party that was honoring you, and it was cool. And then now you have a realization like, oh, maybe Wanda is the problem. Yeah, you and Wanda are the problem. Moving on. And I also thought it was fake because, like, Letitia, let's be real here. You already know as soon as Miss Wanda saw that footage, you got cussed out. So let's just stop pretending in front of the cameras, in front of Marcel, that you gangster like that and you gonna let your mama know what time it is. We already know Miss Wanda runs the fucking show. Okay, this is Love and Marriage Huntsville featuring Miss Wanda. Period. So, okay, girl. So anyway, then they mentioned this random child that Marcel allegedly fathered, and it basically, I don't know if all about the tea still comes on, but I was a faithful watcher up until all that shit went down a couple months ago, if even that long. And I remember watching the episode when Monica basically spilled the tea that Marcel allegedly had an outside child. Now the tea basically was just a smart ass comment Marcel made, talking about I have 4 kids, and it's like honestly, Marcel just gives me very immature vibes. Like I'ma just do and say whatever to for shock value. You know what I'm saying? Like he just seemed one of them types. So it's like unless it turns out to be a Martell situation, I'm not really moved by it. I just think it's some bull, a storyline, a potential storyline, drama, whatever. So Marcel tells Melody. Marcel tells Tisha that, well, I mean, if you had an outside child, I would forgive you. And I think the whole world collectively said, bullshit, Marcel. You are the most chivalrous. Is that the right word? No. Chivalry is like a good thing. What is the word? You're very misogynistic. That's not the word I was looking for, but that's what we're going to roll with today because it still fits as well. You're very misogynistic, Marcel, and the fact that you actually told your wife and the rest of America or the world that you would forgive her and take her back if she had an outside child, me and everybody else call bullshit. You don't even want that woman to work. The only reason why you even okay with her having this second degree is because it gave her ass something to do so that she can feel fulfilled and she can get off your back. Other than that, you are completely fine with your woman being at home taking care of your kids while you go do what the fuck you want to do. So miss me with that bullshit. Please. Okay, so my Letitia is like, well, that may be all well and good, but I can't say the same. So if you pull some shit like that, you ain't gonna have nothing, okay? And I'm not really mad at her now. Whether or not that would be the truth, that's yet to be determined. Because I don't think she would leave his ass under any circumstances. But again, that ain't none of my business. Okay, so then Melody and Martell, they have a co-parenting moment when Martell comes to pick up the children at Melody's new home, and he's an asshole as always. Um, Melody basically, hey, let's have a meeting outside. Let's, discuss some things. And that pretty much, doesn't really go anywhere. And so Martell tries to go back into the home, and Melody's mom is there. I guess she's visiting or whatever. And so she's not here. She's not featuring Martell. Like, okay, you're here to pick up the grandkids and shit, but I don't fuck with you. And if you didn't know she don't fuck with Martell, if you didn't peep that hug that she did not give him back, then you missed something. Because it wasn't even like a let go right quick. It was just like a okay, can you get off me now kind of situation, which I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her. Martell is a great asshole. And so yeah, so then they have a mild back and forth because, Dukes ain't playing that shit. She like, I know y'all still on this show. I know you share these children with my daughter and stuff, but I don't fuck with you. And she kind of threw him the hand when he got that talking crazy because, that's what Martell does. And then he decides to bring the children into this, which he always does because he's toxic as fuck. Kids, we gotta go. Your grandma gave me the hand. She disrespected me. Why the fuck would you say that? Basically, I'm with the Miss Vanessa. Like, why would you say that? Why would you bring these kids into that? Why? Just why, Martell? This is just ghetto. Ugh. So then we're back with Kimmy, Maurice, and Monster. Damn, we done found Monster. What? We didn't even know where Monster was last season. So. That's interesting. It just started buffering right quick. I'm like, oh no, what's going on? So we see Monster. He's back. He's getting ready to start high school. And I don't know why I thought he was already in high school. Like, I thought when he moved down there that he was going to start high school, but I guess that, I guess it was before high school. So he's getting ready to start high school, and Kimmy and Maurice, they're wanting to know what his job plans are. And I'm like, on one hand, I fucks with that because I believe that, young people should start, learning the importance of money and how they can make it and using their resources and things like that. But then on the other side, y'all talking to him like he Jalen age. Like, this nigga ain't even in high school yet. Like, what? It's only so much he can do. You know what I'm saying? So again, I understand y'all wanting him to be a contributing member of society and trying to make those thoughts and decisions now, you know what I'm saying, at a young age. But at the same time, Maurice, I need you to sit the fuck down somewhere. Like, I know you attorney Maurice, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it just seemed like ever since you became attorney Maurice, you ain't got nothing for nobody. And I understand that after you put all that time and work in, and now your life is where it's at, you want everybody else to be where you are too. But Maurice, I need you to sit the fuck down. Soon as you pass the bar, it was okay, Kimmy, you quitting your job and being an entrepreneur. Jalen, you just got out of college, but you better know what the fuck you finna do. You better know today. If you don't know, you better ask me, because that's what the fuck I do. Monster, I know you just moved down here. You just now finna start high school, but you need to get you a job, little nigga. It's like, damn, Maurice. Okay, again, I'm all about, making your money, doing what you need to do, handling your business. I hate a sorry ass nigga. So I appreciate you putting into them that being a contributing member of society, especially as a black man in America, is important. Thank you, Maurice. But can you please chill a little bit of the fuck out? Just a little bit of the fuck out. How about you put Monster in like a little summer program or something? How about you try to develop his talents before you just throw his ass into the workforce? How about you figure out what it is that he actually likes and what he will be passionate about? So therefore, when it does come time for him to have a job. He can do one that can expand him. And he ain't like the rest of our black asses that just had to go get a job because they just had to go get a job and was just wasting time doing shit that don't fucking matter. Okay. So anyway, then Maurice calls Kiowa, which is Monster's mom, to basically tell her that Monster has decided what school he would like to attend this upcoming year, and just kind of have a little kiki or whatever. And so the conversation is going on, and Kimmy's on the side feeling a little left out. So then she introduces herself because it's like, hey, I'm still here. I didn't know if you knew I was here, but I am. What's up? And so I'm just like, Maurice, I find it so funny how you can put your foot up everybody else's ass in your life but Kiowa. Like, everybody got a permanent footprint up their ass courtesy of Maurice. But when it comes to Kiowa, it's like, hello, Kiowa. Yeah, we're doing good down here. We're gonna go to Kimmy. What's a Kimmy? Like, ain't nobody got time for that, Maurice. If you're gonna be a boss all goddamn day. Be a boss from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. And Kiowa is your ex-wife / baby mama, and y'all got to co-parent. And guess what, Maurice? You got a new wife, so she needs to be included in what the fuck is going on. She feeding Maurice. She paying bills is going over Maurice's head. She's pouring into Maurice. I mean, I call this nigga not Maurice, this little boy Maurice. Monster is his name Maurice. Is he a junior? I don't know, but Monster, Kimmy is a good ass bonus mom to him. Okay, so respect her. Put some respect on her name. Period. And next time I get on Love and Marriage Huntsville and I see that you ain't putting no respect on Kimmy, now I'm gonna DM your ass. Now you probably ain't gonna say shit back, but I'm gonna tell you, Maurice, quit being a pussy. That's your wife. Y'all are a family. That's what a blended family is called. Just like you can sit down and tell Jalen what the fuck he needs to be doing and don't bat an eye. What you think Kimmy finna do? So you think you finna have parenting conversations with Monster and Kimmy and you and Kimmy who cook for this nigga and probably wash his clothes and some more shit every day? She don't have nothing to say? No, Maurice. No, baby. It does not work like that. It just don't. Find your balls, reattach them, and quit acting like you're scared of your ex-wife. Okay. So then, gotta hurry up, y'all. Got to get to look. Okay. So then, Melody is at her corporation, Melody Hope Incorporated, bitch. I was like, come on, sis. When they did that shot on the wall with her name on the wall, I was like, one day, Lord, one day. So anyway, she's at the corporation on her boss-ish, and we meet Tiffany, who is a friend of hers that she met in the women's division of the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm assuming she'd be on her boss stuff too, and that's what's up. So, and Tiffany has beautiful teeth. I was like, wow, like those are amazing. So anyway, I will say I did not like Melody's confessional outfit, and I hate to say that because I like to keep my reviews positive and uplift my sisters, but that it gave me Latrice from Belle Collective vibes when she had her little ice skater confessional look with the, Melody, no. You're beautiful regardless, and I appreciate you and everything you do, but I did not like that look. The hair is all right, but the dress. So anyway, Melody sets up a meet and greet for for Destiny and Tiffany, because Melody is sold on the fact that Destiny and Tiffany will make for great friends, and so she wants to bring them together, all boss women community type stuff. And so we'll see about that, because based on the previews, it don't look that way. So anyway, because Tiffany look a little messy boots. Okay. So then we have Martell and Chris. They have a meetup because Martell is butthurt that Chris went to Melody prior to consulting with him in reference to the 47 acres. We find out in this episode that the reason that Chris did that is because Melody, between the two of them, meaning Melody and Martell, Melody is the one that has the business, the building license, I think. And in order to build shit, you have to have a building license. So, boom, the mystery is solved. Melody is the brains. Melody was the brains. Martell was the brawn. Okay, so we see now why, not only because Karma's a bitch, why Martell is suffering, but we also see that Martell, you were never really I'm not gonna say you weren't doing anything, but we learned early on in the show that Melody was the more of the speaker. So we know you ain't saying shit for real. Then we find out that she's the one with the licensing. So literally, you're the brawn, like that commercial that's I'm the brains, you're the brawn. Some, and it's like the car commercial, and it's like the little thing on the front of the car is singing and the dude is singing. Like, that's how y'all was. Like, Melody was like the thing on the front of the car singing because she's the brains and she leading y'all where the fuck y'all need to go, and you just the nigga driving singing along. Like, that's pretty much what I gathered. Okay. And so anyway, Martell is upset with Chris, who we remember from last season. That's the home that Melody and Martell were at when Melody threw that glass upside Martell's head, which she really should have. So I am not mad at you for that. So we remember him from last season, and Martell just feels like you were disloyal, bro. Like, you my friend. That's my ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? You should have came to me first, blah, blah, blah. But neither you nor Chris have a business license. Chris was studying for his business license as we were watching this damn scene. So it's like, who got time for all that, Martell? Your wife already has her business license. Why we got to go through you, and then you got to go through somebody else, and then we doing all this waiting and hot potato passing around and shit when Melody got the golden goose. She is the golden goose. She got what we need, period. We ain't got time to play with you, Martell. Chris is a good one because Martell had to get the fuck up out of my house talking to me like that, especially when he wasn't making no goddamn sense, especially since he's the one that ruined this fucking relationship that led him where he is now. So, okay, Chris. So anyway, so then Melody and Martell, they have a co-parenting session. And I was like, if y'all haven't done anything right these last 2.5 seasons, that was one of them. Because as a mediator, as someone that handles, parenting plans and divorces and things like that, where there are very contentious situations and people are not at their best, I definitely appreciate when couples or former couples reach out to a third party for assistance in their parenting and moving forward, because at the end of the day,
Aetna MA plan changed July 26th.
Alexa, stop. My bad, y'all. It's my assistant, also known as Alexa. So anyway, see, Alexa got me thrown off. Okay, yeah. So I appreciate parties that are willing to open themselves up to a third party neutral, whether it be a mediator like myself or a counselor, someone that can assist them, because oftentimes two people in relationships or former relationships are incapable of seeing things as a whole, or at least seeing things from the perspective of the other person. Sometimes because they don't want to, sometimes just because their brain just doesn't work like that. And so that's when people like me and Dr. I did not write her name down, I'm sorry, but the counselor on the show, that's where people like us come in, because it's like, oh, well, you know what? I'm on the outside. I'm not emotionally involved. I have the facts. I have both of you guys here. Let's figure this out. So I really, 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 really appreciated them doing that. I really did. So it's just so hilarious how they're like so nice, nasty with each other. Like, they're just like, hey, Millie, oh, hey, Martell. Like, okay. So anywho, during the counseling session, first off, shout out to that doctor, because I am definitely implementing the goodie bags into my mediations moving forward, because I thought that was so cool. Like, so cool. Like, and I've actually done that as far as like the end of the sessions, like a little goodie bag, but I think I'm going to make them like the beginning of the session goodie bag. So appreciate that business tip, sis. Thank you. So Martell believes that the children are perfectly fine in the divorce and that they don't need any counseling or anything like that, because everything is fucking fine. Melody is like, are you serious, nigga? The one little girl writing songs about heartbreak. The other little girl is reserved. The little boy want to throw hands at you because you got his mama fucked up. Like, how dare you sit up here and say that these kids are fine? And I'm like, part of that is a daddy versus a mommy. The other part of that is a present parent that is recognizing what's going on with their children, and another man is, and another parent, because mamas can be fucked up too, another parent that's like, oh shit, they ain't saying nothing, they ain't jumping off the walls fighting folks, so they good, you know what I'm saying? That's another reason why I'm very glad they went to counseling, so that could be out on the table, because ain't no telling how long this would have been going on with this type of behavior with the children, which is obviously not destructive behavior as of yet, but ain't no telling how long this would have been going on, without it being recognized, had they not gone to counseling. So again, kudos to y'all doing it. And I appreciate Melody putting this in the forefront. Martell has the mindset of a lot of Black people in the Black community as far as therapy is bullshit. Therapy is for white folks. Therapy is for people that don't pray. Therapy is for people who can't get a grip. Therapy is for spoiled people. Therapy is for crazy people. Like my generation, I'm very, 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 very thankful for us, because we be like therapy. Because I know, had I not started going 3-4 years ago, ain't no telling where the fuck I would be right now. So, and I still go, if not every week, every other week. So I'm all for the shit. There are things called invisible issues and triggers and things that oftentimes we need another person on the outside who's professional and skilled at those things to help us through them, so that we can live a better life moving forward, especially if you have children, So again, shout out to Melody Martell, grow up. So Martell has a moment where I thought he couldn't breathe in that tight ass shirt, but I guess he was emotional or whatever. And it was like, as soon as Melody tried to console him, he's like, Mel, what are you doing? Move. What are you doing? And I'm just like, see, it's just got to be a really exhausting experience to be with somebody like Martell, because he just like, oh my God, like Melody, I'm to see you thrive the way, and I know that you have your dark times, you're a human, but to see that you have thrived the way that you have post Martell, like, again, you my shebro, because that Negro is cray cray. And the fact that you was with him that long and had that many kids with him and still got to deal with him moving forward, girl, my heart and my prayers are with you, my sweet Sarah. Okay, so Melody says she was in the closet crying with a blanket, at different times. And I definitely feel her on that, because I swear when I'm at my lowest, that's the first place I go, my fucking closet on the floor with a blanket. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It kind of gives me war room vibes. Like I'm just kind of in there in the dark. It's quiet. It's peaceful. I just need to just lay down for a minute, Lord. Just because out there is too much. So let me just come in here and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? So when she said that, I was like, girl, I be in the closet with my blanket too sometimes, child. And I also love the red wig. So I know I said in like the first confessional outfit, but I love the confessional outfit with the red wig and the off the shoulder and shit. That one need to be a confessional look the whole rest of the season. Fuck that other shit. Keep the red wig, that outfit, love it. So Martell, he loves to avoid questions about his outside child, which is just like, I love how you put an Instagram post up mentioning that you had a fifth child. But then anytime anyone else mentions you having a fifth child, now suddenly you're mute, deaf, dumb, and all them other type of things. I don't get it. You on the whole fucking, like Belly said, you on the whole damn tour. They done had Funky Dineva on the show, Steve Harvey, Heavenly, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really been out here with the shit. So the fact that now suddenly it's like, oh, I just know we're not talking about that. We're talking about our 4 kids together. It's like a part of me is like, okay, because those are the 4 children y'all have together. But then the other part of me is like, well, motherfucker, you do actually have a 5th child, and that actually does affect the 4 children that we have together. So we do need to discuss this. And I really appreciated the counselors, her insight to her experience and how they handled it, and how her ex had an outside child. And when it was found out, when they brought it to the child they had together, she was there. She didn't speak. but physically she was there to show her support for the change and the difference in their relationship. And I was like, that's, I think I'm implement that into mediation as well. I don't know how yet. I think okay. So anyway, so Martell reveals to us that the counselor that he was seeing last season, or maybe season before, I don't know. Last season was kind of wonky because it was like they stopped and started, and it was like one long season. It just abruptly ended. So I'm not sure if it was considered the first and or second season or just the second season. But the counselor that Martell was going to, and then I think Melody accompanied him on like one or two sessions. They he found him unrelatable, and I feel like you find him unrelatable because he ain't shit like you. Well, he's not ain't shit like you. Like he didn't do the same type of things that you did, and you want someone who did what you did, and it's okay. We got over it. We moving on, and not because you want to be accountable for your actions, but because you just want, again, you want somebody to pacify you and your shit, and you just want to be in company with people who got the same type of shit with them, like you got with you, but they got with a woman that was okay with it and stuck by them regardless. Therefore, we mesh and they're relatable. Martell, fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. Yeah, it probably is counselors out there who can relate to you. But the thing is, you're not a relatable person because you don't actually want to change. You don't actually want to do better. You just want to keep doing what the fuck you want to do. And you want everyone around you to just be okay with it. That's not the same thing. It's just not. So, post session, Martell now is trying to tell Melanie a new one because he's mad again that Chris offered Melody the opportunity for the 47 acres, and Melody had to let him know, well, Martell, I'm really considering it because why the fuck not? And he's like, because you ain't never built no house before. And she's like, bye, Martell, house. And I'm like, I hope they ain't still fucking because I definitely get them type of vibes. But anyway, so yeah, so the show basically ends with them nitpicking with one another, and we're gonna pick up next week, and I think Destiny is gonna be back on the show and meet Tiffany and other things. So that was pretty much the show. Thank you guys for watching. I gotta get my day started in the worst way. So again, it's been real. I love you guys. Toodles.